what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Real Heroes Show. Nick here with you as always. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the newest and latest Transformers original anime on Netflix called Transformers War for Cybertron. I do have some notes here in front of me, not just for the third and most recent chapter, but for the entire trilogy. Before we begin, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate all the new people following us as we build our community of heroes here on YouTube. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and turn on the notifications on the little bell there for all future content. I'm going to be doing a non-spoilers and spoilers section, so let's go ahead and dive in. The series consists of 3 seasons, 6 episodes apiece, 18 episodes total, running about 25 to 30 minutes apiece. The series was produced by Allspark Animation, Polygon Pictures, and Rooster Teeth, which was widely known for the hit Red vs. Blue Halo series that took place back in 2003. Huge fan. Do I think this is worth watching? Yes. If you're a Transformers fan, by all means, take the weekend, binge it all. It's very easy to binge and just soak in that Transformer goodness. I thought the animation was very well done. It fit the Transformers profile, and what I mean by that is it had this fluidity as the Transformers went from their robot to vehicle transformation. The voice cast was very well done. The acting was well done. I think the voice actors fit their characters to a T, in my opinion, especially some of the more prominent characters like Starscream, Megatron, Optimus Prime. You know, they'll never beat the originals, but I think for the sake of it, this being 3 or 4 decades later, I think they really hit the mark. So kudos to them. And now we're getting into the juicy stuff with the spoilers. Chapter 3, entitled Kingdom. To me, this one hit really heavy on the nostalgia factor because it did introduce the Maximals and Predacons, which if anyone knows about them from the old cartoon series Beast Wars, I grew up watching them on the early mornings before school. I collected the toys, and just fell in love with them. So to me, this is a big factor in rating it as high as I did. But what consists in this chapter is the Autobots and Decepticons crashing on ancient Earth and teaming up with their counterparts, Autobots to Maximals, Decepticons to Predacons. There's betrayal on the Decepticon Predacon side with Black Arachnia and Starscream against Megatron. You've got Dinobot, who still doesn't know what side to play a role on, to join, as he's seemingly a Predacon, but really at heart he's a Maximal. And Dinobot does bite the dust, and his last remaining moments on ancient Earth are with Optimus Primal, and it was kind of a moving moment. I didn't cry or anything like that, but just really cool to see because it did hit on their camaraderie from Beast Wars. So I really appreciate them as a fan staying true to that. There is some pretty epic fighting, of course. A lot of weird stuff too because of the Allspark and trying to kind of get into it. And at the end, there's an unexpected truce. Bruce, little Snyder Cut reference there for you. But it left the ending wide open to me. And I kind of wonder if we're going to see this, spin-off show, or maybe we'll get a chapter 4 or 4, 5, and 6. At the moment before I recorded this, I didn't see anything. I know there were some guesstimations, but nothing confirmed yet from three produced studios here. So we'll see. I hope we'll get something more from this, because again, I really did enjoy this. I would rate chapter 3 a 9 out of 10. And as far as placement goes, I would place chapter 3 at the top, followed by chapter 1, and followed by chapter 2. Now, chapter 1 obviously sets the tone for the entire series. It's very dark and heavy because of the war that takes place on Cybertron. There's death involved. There's some craziness from Megatron because he tries to use the Allspark against the Autobots, as he wants to reformat the Autobots. Now, if you know anything about computers, when you reformat your computer, you essentially wipe everything off the hard drive. So it's wiping out the Autobots and making them Decepticons, which is kind of against the choice and will of the Autobots. And Megatron just wants to rule Cybertron, and that's kind of a crazy way to do it. Optimus Prime obviously doesn't like that, tries to prevent it by throwing the Allspark through a space bridge that was discovered by Bumblebee and Wheeljack. The other thing I thought was pretty interesting with this was Bumblebee. He didn't really want to join the war efforts, but he kind of had to. And that was all thanks to Ultra Magnus, because when Ultra Magnus bites the dust, he kind of gives something special to Bumblebee. And they kind of team up from there. And they go through the space bridge, and Megatron has his forces chase after Optimus Prime and the Autobots. Meanwhile, my favorite character in the entire Transformers universe, Shockwave, is chilling and ruling on Cybertron. He's like, y'all can go fight and chase the Allspark. I don't care. I'll just take all the energy that's left and rule. Which leads us to chapter 2, which had some spacey and trippy stuff in it. When you're going through deep space like that, in dead space, it's kind of expected. We stumble upon mercenaries on the Ark that fight the Autobots. The Autobots and Decepticons have to team up, and they fight against a giant Scorponok, which was pretty awesome and pretty epic fight. That giant Scorponok was no joke. And then it was really cool to see the Quintessons, which are a bizarre and ancient race, and they're kind of cowards because they make these rules and give these demands and judgments, and you got these mercenary Transformers that just do their bidding for them. So they bite the dust at some point in the second chapter, which I was like, good riddance to bad rubbish, right? So who cares? They had their purpose, they're done with. But I think between the entire series, again, seeing some of these well-known characters within the Transformers universe, but just not getting a lot of screen time. Ultra Magnus, Galvatron, Unicron, Omnicron, and as well as all the Beast Wars stuff, was very cool to see. Seeing these Transformers in their original vehicular shapes was also really cool to see. Getting to see more of Cybertron itself and getting that backstory, which is always something I would have loved to see on the actual live action screen, but Michael Bay, in my opinion, failed us numerous times. Although the last Bumblebee movie was probably the best one, but this series is about Transformers. It's not about the humans. You don't see a single human being in this series, and that's the way it should be. This is about Transformers. It's about Cybertron. It's about the Allspark. It's about Maximals, Decepticons, Autobots, Predacons. It's about all that. It's not about humans. And I think because we don't have any human talk, it just makes it more focused on Transformers, which is what it should be. And to me, that gave me a little bit more of a plus on the rating factor. So chapter 1 I gave an 8.5. Chapter 2 I gave an 8. Chapter 3 a 9. Overall 8.5. Again, I think if you're a fan of Transformers, definitely watch it. I know not a lot of people are keen or big on anime or cartoons, but trust me, as someone who's over the age of 30, it feels more mature, and I think in some cases, it does make you feel a little bit younger to watch something like this. I do think it's enjoyable. As I said, you could probably binge it in a day or over a weekend if you really, really wanted to, but that kind of depends on how much time you have. At least throughout a week, you could probably get it done. So if you watch it, I am really curious to see what your thoughts are. If you would take the time to come back and leave some comments here in the comment section, we can have a little conversation. You can also hit us up on Instagram and Twitter at The Real Heroes Show, REEL with real. And who knows, maybe we'll have a good conversation about it. If not, maybe you can tell me that I was wrong, my rating sucks, the show sucks, but I highly doubt it, unless you just don't like Transformers or anime. But again, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like the video, turn on your notifications. Until next time, see you guys later. Peace.